Hi guys, today I will be sharing how to make Yema Ensaymada. For the first dough, we need 3/4 cup of water, 1 pack of yeast, 1 cup of plain flour, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. So for the yeast, 1 pack is 7 to 8 grams or 2 and 1/4 teaspoon. So combine the water, the sugar, give it a mix, and then add the yeast. Then we will let this bubble up for about 10 minutes. Once it starts bubbling, we can add the flour. Give it a mix, and then we will cover this with cling wrap, and then we will let this rest in a warm spot for about 1 to 1.5 hours, or until it rises up or it doubles in size. After 1.5 hours, this is what the dough looks like. Now we're gonna add some ingredients. This is 1/4 cup of sugar, eggs that I lightly beat. Give it a mix. Then add the 1 cup of plain flour. At this point, we will cover this with cling wrap, and we're gonna let this rise again for 1.5 hours. After 1.5 hours again, this is what the dough looks like. We're also gonna be needing half a cup of butter, 4 egg yolks, 1/4 cup of sugar, and this is 1 cup of flour, but we're gonna need more. I'll show you later. So in a stand mixer, I'm adding the dough. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can do this by hand. Add the eggs, the butter, give it a light mix. Add the sugar. And the flour. With the flour, you will need more or less. So I added 1 cup of flour here, but I'm adding a little bit more because my dough is too sticky. But I'm adding 1 tablespoon at a time. All in all, I added 4 tablespoons of plain flour. So continue kneading this for about 5 to 7 minutes. So again, with the flour, it depends on how wet your dough is. As long as you can handle it, even if it's sticky, it's okay. So when I try to fill my dough, it's a little bit sticky, so I added 1 more tablespoon. Again, the total of the flour is 3 cups plus 5 tablespoons. So I've got a bowl here with a little bit of oil. I formed the dough into a ball and just lightly coat it with the oil. Now cover this with cling wrap and let it rest in a warm spot again for about 1 hour or until it doubles in size. Now while the dough is resting, we're gonna make the yemma filling. This is a lot of filling. You can make half of the recipe. Also, if you don't want to put the yemma filling inside the ensaymada, you can just use it as a topping. So again, you can have this recipe because this recipe is quite a lot. Also, when you eat the ensaymada, eat it in moderation because it's high in fat. So for the yema filling, we need 1 tablespoon of corn flour, 3 tablespoons of water, 2 cans of condensed milk, half a cup of evaporated milk, zest from 1 lemon, 3 tablespoons of butter, and this is 6 egg yolks. In a pot, we're gonna combine the condensed milk, the lemon zest, the 6 egg yolks, mix the water and the cornstarch, and then just drop it in the pot as well. And finally, we're gonna add half a cup of the evaporated milk. At this point, we can turn on the heat, medium to low heat. And then we're gonna continuously stir this until the mixture thickens up. The longer you cook this, the thicker the yema is gonna be. I cook mine for about 15 to 20 minutes. And this is the consistency that I'm looking for. I'm taking it out of the heat now, and then I will add the butter. By the way, when you're cooking the yema filling, you must continuously stir it so the yema does not burn. So we're gonna transfer this into a bowl to cool down completely. This will thicken up more as it cools down. Now, the dough has doubled in size. We're gonna take it out of the bowl now, and we will divide this into small portions. So I divided my dough about 37 grams each, since I have a small mold which is 3 inches. But you can make this as big or as little as you like. So I'm dividing the yema filling because I want to put filling in the middle of the ensaymada. But again, you don't have to do the middle yema filling. So flatten the dough about rectangular oval shape, and then spread a little bit of yema. Then roll this, and then you're just gonna coil the dough. Then if you have a mold just like I do, make sure that you put butter in the mold so the bread does not stick. One more time. And this is what they look like. Now we're gonna let this rest again for 45 minutes or until it doubles in size. And this is what it looks like after resting for 45 minutes. Now we're gonna bake this in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 12 to 15 minutes. And this is what they look like after baking. We will let this cool down slightly. Now we're ready to put yema on the top of the ensaymada. Do this as little or as much as you like. So use a spatula and spreading the yema just like so. To finish this, we're gonna put grated cheese. I use cheddar cheese. All in all, I made about 30 pieces of yema, and this is the finished product. This is time consuming but totally worth it. Again, this contains a lot of fat, so eat in moderation. So I hope you give this a try. This is so good. I can guarantee that you're gonna love this. And just to show you what it looks like inside when you open up the yema. Very light and very soft. Stay soft for a number of days. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.